AI is taking over the world right now.
YouTube is already.
This is from Moist Critical Penguin Zero. It's called We're Cooked, number 46 on trending. And it has about 2 million views from yesterday. Damn. This guy gets views. Holy. But yeah, he's going to talk about the AI stuff. So let's hear what he has to say.
YouTube is already filled to the brim with AI generated content, but with the release of VO3, it's going to get worse.
Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree.
Yikes.
And you just like, you know.
Yikes. This guy's eyes, like, yeah, he looks real, but nobody has their eyes that wide open. And he definitely needs to blink more because yikes, that's sketching me out.
Punch it down.
With access to
He's not blinking. I just realized he's not blinking at all.
VO3 opening, people are able to generate some crazy videos now. And yes, in a lot.
I know it's funny, Toxin. I was waiting for somebody to say this. I was like, there's gonna be someone when I bring up Moist Critical, they're gonna be like, oh, the Sneeko debate. I mean, fair. I'm not gonna argue that because yeah, he got his ass kicked in that. And yikes, some of the stuff he said in that, I was like, bro. But you know what? He took it in the chin and just kept going. And I'm like, all right.
A lot of cases you can still tell they're AI, but sometimes it's pretty tough. And this right here is an example of it being used to generate a Minecraft Let's Play. It's pretty impressive. There's no glaring issues that.
And I covered. Oh, that's a bad freeze frame. Hold on.
You can pick up.
I covered this kind of thing like a year ago. There was already some AI moving in this direction. And that was before my channel kind of blew up. So that video itself didn't go very far. But I already saw this technology way like a year ago. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure you guys did too. But it's been incredibly magnified with this latest release.
On at a glance, and I'm confident that if this is something that just hit you on the YouTube Shorts page while you were doom scrolling, you would just write it off as another soy homunculus trying to start a Minecraft Let's Play series and think nothing more of it. I think it's at the point where it's good enough that a lot of people won't immediately pin the tail on the donkey here, finding Waldo and identify it as AI. Again, if you're paying attention, it does look pretty eerie. This doesn't really.
Well, it's eerie because he's not blinking. Like this freeze frame. Moist Critical is literally closing his eyes right now in the freeze frame. The video he showed, the dude never closed his eyes at all. And its eyes were like wide open.
Seem like a human being. It's like an alien wearing a human skin. It reminds me of like Men in Black when the cockroach guy puts on the other dude's flesh and tries to, wander around. Like, it does feel a bit off, but there's nothing immediately noticeable wrong about it, especially when it comes to Let's Plays, where a lot of people put on this like complete persona anyway that just feels like a fake human being in the first place. You could just write that off as this just being some kind of quirky weirdo.
Oh my God. Yes! Woo! Victory Royale with a pickaxe!
Wait, but that doesn't even work. I just realized this. Did you guys see this? There's another character in front of him that just dies and disappears without anyone touching them.
Woo! Victory Royale with a pickaxe!
That literally makes no sense, which is perfect for like a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old kid. But you start getting like 8, 9, 10 years old, they pick up on this stuff right away, being like, this is fake. Kids are dumb, but they're not stupid. Like, especially when it comes to video games, they see shit.
VO3 must have been prompted to make the fucking Fortnite YouTuber look like the kid from Max Keeble's Big Move here. I haven't seen that hairstyle since the late 90s.
True.
But, I mean, it's pretty convincing. That does look like a person. Well, half hair gel, half person.
Yep.
There's been a few examples of Let's Play videos being generated by VO3 that I think are just scarily good. Yes, if you really sit there with the fucking monocle out and try and digest every frame, you can easily find some flaws and then, deduce that it's AI. But most people aren't going to be doing that. Maybe people don't remember this. Quebblecop?
99. Yeah, Quebblecop. That's the video that I made like a year ago. Quebblecop. We follow each other on X, by the way. Quabblecop was like way ahead of this.
Used to be a huge proponent of AI Let's Plays and just general AI content. And it turns out he was ahead of the curve because a lot of people are going to start doing exactly what he tried to do.
Yep.
I'm imagining Quabblecop is shaking his fist right now, pissing his fucking britches, really upset because he spent so much money developing that technology. Now all the billionaire big boys came out and just made it accessible to everyone to do exactly what he's been doing.
Yep.
But what I'm getting at is this is a direction a lot of greedy assholes want to go with this kind of technology.
Which this just reminded me here. This is talking about Quabblecop. See this? This is fake.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash
I must have forgotten to shave this day.
JT. I know we've all heard rumors about how the AI revolution is going to completely destroy humanity, Terminator 2 style, but those are usually pretty overblown. At least I'd like to think so. Until I saw this.
Trees popping red flowers. It's like Mother Nature's pixelated garden party. Look, I'm gardening. Sneaking under leaves. It's stealth mode me. Aha, pretty flowers. Gonna make a fancy bouquet. Swinging axe, another tree bites the dust. Ah, fresh air and deforestation, my kind of day. Creeping under canopies, giant birch sheep, wool tactic camouflage, or nature's Minecraft prank. Absolutely hilarious.
That is entirely artificial intelligence made by Quabblecop, who works in artificial intelligence content creation, tools using VTubers, AI influencers, and game development. And
when I made this video, he was like so excited about it. He shared it and followed me. He's like, "Thank you so much." I was like, "Oh, damn." Like I was a nobody at the time. And he was like so excited that I talked about it. I'm like, why is no one else talking about this technology? This is crazy. And remember, this is a year ago where you had the full-on talking AI. It almost feels like it regressed a little bit, but he was doing a lot more like work behind the scenes to implement the full-on conversation. But still,
they can generate AI Let's Plays. It's something Quabblecop did where he even started channels for it. And now more and more people, I believe, are going to follow that example because you can pump out hundreds of those videos.
Oh, no, that's true.
Because
he was definitely getting a lot of shit over it. There were a lot of people that are getting pissed at him for it, being like, no, don't do this, don't do this. And I was like, guys, this is the future. Voice actors are trying to push back. Actors are trying to push back. Artists are trying to push back. Literally every job out there that uses automated stuff that could take their job is pushing back. To me, it's no different than McDonald's firing people and putting a robot there that flips the burger. It's like, if you can do it cheaper, you can do it cheaper. Don't put laws in place to be like, no, you have to spend money on people. It's like, no. If you can do it cheaper, that's literally what it's all about. Is it going to make it tougher to get a job in the future? Probably. But at the same time, it should make things cheaper as well. Theoretically. Is that going to happen? Probably not. which is what the greater concern is with all of this.
The AI generates it for you. You don't have to do anything. The flesh is cringe. Machine is the future. And while it's not perfect yet, it will be eventually. And even in its current state with what VO3 is demonstrating, it's good enough that kids definitely won't know the difference. And people that are just idly putting shit on the background will have an endless supply of it and probably won't be tipped off on it being fraudulent content in the first place. It is going to flood the platform, much like it already has in other avenues, like we've talked about recently with like fake P. Diddy case updates, about how Prince had a secret tape that was played in there. And these are not children believing it. They're adults believing that kind of shit.
Yeah. And it's also happening really bad on Facebook right now for anyone that actually uses Facebook. Odin Darkle says, dead internet theory is real. It 1,000,000% is. And the craziest thing about it is it's only going to get worse as time goes on.
It's already just a huge problem. Like also the America's Got Talent fake videos, The fetus inside this woman's belly performs on America's Got Talent, delivering a touching folk song describing what it's like in there. It'll move you to tears. I won't blabber on about all of that. Everyone knows about the influx of AI content on YouTube and the issues that it's causing. And it's only going to get worse. Now, VO3 is showing that it's capable of making a YouTuber big fuck.
I mean, I'll be honest, like I would be more excited than most people because I don't fear it. I feel like it could be used to really enhance what people do with content creation. But at the same time, I do worry that if it gets too good, it could be used for nefarious purposes and perpetuate the end of existence. And I'm not even joking, because if it puts a fake enough story out there with fake enough footage, it could cause total destruction.
Fucking air quotes on that. I think it's at a point now where maybe the gameplay is not perfect. So instead, what people will most likely do is they will have a human being do some gaming on Minecraft or Fortnite or something. So that way the gameplay is irrefutably real. And they will instead have VO3 generate the YouTuber in the face cam. I think that's probably going to be where it's at now until VO3 or whatever other AI model comes next is more capable of generating the gameplay itself too. Though I don't know if it'll ever get to that point, because I imagine at some stage the game companies will come through and put the kibosh on that, saying you cannot generate shit that like steps on our copyright. You can't just generate fucking Fortnite gameplay. I imagine at some point that'll happen where they come in with the giant fist. They say, no, you're not going to be able to set it to Wumbo on our games for these AI videos. So that might be just the technique going forward.
No, I would push back on that. You know, they're not going to say you can't do that. They're going to say you can do that, but you need to pay us something with it. We want to get some of that money you're getting. I feel like that's the direction it's going to really ultimately go. They're not going to say you can't do it.
Where people, a human being,
I mean, they might start off saying that, but I'm talking eventually.
Plays a game and then instead uses AI to have a fake YouTuber, and they're able to just pump those out endlessly. They could also just start taking other people's gameplay videos and using AI to make a, face cam model there, which is also already being done at this.
Right. They could use one footage and just overlay a different AI character over and over and over again on the same footage. And there's so many channels out there, nobody would even notice.
Moment. Anyway, for a while now, people have said that no one would really watch an AI YouTuber or streamer or anything. And I had always argued they will, and sometimes they just won't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting close to that point where I think when more and more people start making videos like this, like Let's Plays, there will be people that follow them completely unaware that it's AI.
I'd agree with that, but I would push back a little bit to say I've never understood any viewer that watches a Let's Play streamer that doesn't get more out of it from them than just the gameplay. Like, sure, there are people like Vara Dark or Hypnotic or me, 8-Bit Eric, Disgusting, Ryan Roger Athe, even like that play video games on a stream and people are watching it. But beyond that, people know the person more intimately. There's a connection you get with the people that you watch more and more. And it's a dynamic conversation that expands. Could AI do that eventually? I guess way, way, way down the line, though. That's not anytime soon. What we're looking at right now is just a dynamic of a very cookie cutter. A 5-year-old would just watch whatever because it's moving colors. But that's not going to take off. No one's going to watch that. It's the people that want to connect with the person that they're watching.
And they will also have people that follow them that don't care that it's AI because they just want noise. So
yeah, that's true.
I think that VO3 being here and being as powerful as it is.
Although I will say with the Darth Vader thing on Fortnite, that was proof that there is interest in how wonky AI will be and what it will say sometimes. So there is that draw to it that people are just like, I don't know what the AI is going to say. So I'll just watch it to keep listening. Almost like, I think, don't they have like the Family Guy AI stuff where it just plays the Family Guy throughout the whole day sometimes on that channel, where it's just all AI connected and the words that are said, it's like procedurally generated content. Like that's already been a thing for years now. And people watch it, so there's a market for it. I just don't know how much of a market there is
Going to lead to significantly more AI content on YouTube that is a lot more difficult for people to discern as fake. So I just wanted to talk about it a bit after seeing all of these Let's Play generated videos. That's really about it. So yeah.
They can't cancel my chair, David Sexer. So if I did that, there's nothing they could do. Agent Swordmaster says there's already AI channels that read scripts. A cartoon channel has his script stolen and uploaded to a slop channel. I believe it. I mean, and that's without like Chat GPT or Grok or whatever, just writing out a random script with a basic prompt. And if you automate that with a cycle, a continuous cycle of automation, just continually, hey, do this now, do this, and just keep doing this for the foreseeable future and automate everything with it. You could set up an entire YouTube channel, never touch anything, and have it running automatically, automated forever. And even if it's bringing in $1 or $2 a day, $5 a day, maybe eventually, imagine if you just do that 200 times, multiply it by 200, and then you do it another 200 times, and you just keep, and you just flood the entire site with that shit. It makes you wonder what protocols will be in place for YouTube to prevent that, because I have a feeling it's already happening. Yeah, see, there you go. It's already happening. Exactly.